Sarah, what brings you today?
I have a lot of midterms this semester, and I'm planning to drop one of my classes. And I'm not sure if I want to, because I want to take all these classes so I don't fall behind.
Okay. Which class would you be thinking about dropping?
Political science, 2.
Is that needed for your major?
Yeah, it's a requirement for one of my major.
Okay. And how many classes are you taking?
I'm just taking 5. Yeah.
So if you dropped this, you would be at 4?
Yeah, I'll be at 4, and that'll be 12 credits. So I'll be a little behind in my. If I want to graduate in 4 years, I'll be by 1 class. So.
Would you consider taking the class then, like at a different semester, a different time?
I can, but I'm kind of worried about it because I feel like if I fall behind now, I just continue to snowball and fall behind later. So that's why I'm kind of reluctant to drop it in the first place. But I want to drop it because I have a right grade in the classroom at the moment.
Well, that's understandable. So it sounds like the midterms on top of the classes and everything, you're feeling a little overwhelmed. So is it past the drop period already?
It's past the drop period, yeah. But if I drop it now, I just get W, and it won't affect my GPA.
Okay. So what about the 4 classes, just to clarify for me, is really stressing you out? Is it just the fact that you have a lot of midterms coming up, like you said?
Yeah, I just have a lot of midterms in every class, so that's 5 in 1 week. So I've never done it before. So it's a little intimidating.
And you said you've never done that before. So how many classes have you usually taken in semesters?
I have taken 5 classes, like usually, but I've never had 5 midterms all in the same week. So it's a little hard for me to study for each one of them.
So how were your midterms set up in the past?
Over a course of 2-3 weeks, so it was a lot easier to manage, a lot easier. Some were take home, so it was opportunity meetings, usually. Now they're all in the same week in class, so I have to study for each one of them individually and have a good amount for all of them, so they're all equally hard.
So this is definitely like a transition period for you.
Yeah, it's a little harder.
Have you spoken to your professors about your unfamiliarity, I guess, with like how this midterm is going to be set up?
No, because that was more of a me problem than their problem, so I never really bothered to ask.
That's fair. If you were to drop the class and you would only be taking 4 classes, are you content with that?
Somewhat, because I wouldn't be failing the class, but that means I would just have to take some classes maybe later on. I'm a little in between because I'll be behind, but not really a big dent to my GPA. If I do fail it, I'll have a dent in my GPA, and then possibly retake it later on anyways.
So you're worried about keeping the class and possibly failing because you have all these midterms, or dropping the class and stressing out being okay. Is this class offered at a different time during the year?
I don't know. I think it is. Most likely it is, because it's a requirement for a lot of majors.
Would you consider taking it either maybe during like the summer or winter or?
I haven't thought about that, but I know there's not a lot of financial aid during the summer or winter, so that's why it was never an option for me. But if I have to, I guess I might. So that could be a decision I could do.
So you said earlier that you're worried about like having to study for all these midterms. I'm not sure if you'd have enough time. What does a week kind of look like for you? What do you do outside of school?
I have a part-time job. I just work at a supermarket. On the weekends, I work and study and do whatever for that part. But most of my time I'm at home doing either work or homework.
And how many hours a week do you work at the supermarket?
That's 15 a week.
So when roughly would you say that you dedicate to school?
Every day I would say an hour and a half.
So it sounds like you do kind of have time management down, you know, your work schedule, your hours, and you do dedicate time to your classes. So what is making you nervous about the midterms per se, like the tests? Do you think they're going to be harder? You need to dedicate more time?
Yeah. I feel like they're going to be a lot harder because first of all they're all in class. I've never taken all 5 in class before, so it's a little daunting. And just the fact that I'm taking classes for my major now. Before it was a little easier because it was just 100 classes, so these midterms are a lot more bulky content, and all of them are, so it's a lot of like content to learn. I think I do know my stuff, but I'm just worried that one class will just, bring me down.
And is this political science class the hardest one out of the bunch? Is that why you consider dropping this one?
It's not the hardest one, but it's the one that I'm doing the worst in, so that I'm afraid if I fail that, then that's the class that I'll possibly fail.
Okay, so that makes sense. So it seems like you kind of looked at your schedule overall and kind of looked at which ones you're doing the best in, which ones you're not doing so good in, and that's how you came to kind of wanting to make this decision. Okay, so that makes sense. What are your usual study skills been like for tests prior to these classes?
To be honest, I don't really have test study skills because I got into college and I took the 100 courses for my first semester and second semester. So those things that I knew already, so that's why I never learned to study. I guess what I do to study is I just go with my notes on the train at home. That's really what I do.
And in the exams, in this class in particular that you've had beforehand, how have you done taking that approach?
Well, for some of my classes, we just had quizzes, and they're a lot easier than the exams because they're just more content questions. And I've done pretty well on them.
So you sound like a smart kid. You sound like you've thought this through a decent amount. Are you overwhelmed because this is the first time that you've kind of hit a little bit of a roadblock? Because like you had said, you were used to 101 courses prior. So now that you've kind of gotten higher up in your education, it's like a little taunting and a little frustrating, overwhelmed. Like, how would you describe it?
Yeah. Basically that it's just a lot harder. It's a lot harder for me to manage. Well, it's not harder to manage. It's a lot harder to process. It's been a lot harder to transition from not studying to studying, and transition from being nonchalant about my grades to worrying about my grades. So it's been a little stressful.
And that's understandable. As you go up in your education, does this instance right now and this kind of stress that you're feeling, does it scare you to continue? Because the classes are going to get harder and higher and higher.
Somewhat yes and no, because I am kind of curious about what I want to do in the future. But yes, that I am a little worried because for 200 classes at this hard, maybe 300 classes will be harder and 400 classes will be even harder. So I'm a little worried.
And does that worry make you not want to take more classes, or it's just you're just thinking of how you're going to deal with it when the time comes?
I just want to graduate in 4 years, so that's why I'll just take the bare minimum, which is 5 classes per semester. So I'm not going to take any extra or any additional.
That makes complete sense. So just to recap, to kind of understand where you're coming from, the classes as a whole, you're not feeling overwhelmed, but it's just the fact that midterms are kind of coming up. Would you maybe say that this could potentially just be like a common midterm stressor, or is it something that's gonna hinder you from seriously progressing?
Maybe in the future it would be common, but for now it's not common, and that's why it's stressing me out. Hopefully it doesn't, hinder me in the future. Hopefully I manage my time better and what I learn study better. But for now, it's just an obstacle because I just don't know what to do, and I don't know if I should prioritize my class. Just drop it, or just prioritize
that in the future, like next semester, you are gonna have more 200 level, possibly a 300 level course. You know, and midterms come around again, and you're gonna have maybe a similar issue. Do you think it might benefit you more to like deal with it now, or would you rather be like, I can't deal with it now, I'd rather deal with it later on?
I do procrastinate, so I guess, yeah, I probably would say, you know, I'd rather deal with it later, because I don't wanna deal with it now, so, that's just how I am, I think, so. Yeah, I'd rather just deal with it later, when it comes up.
And that's common among college students. You're definitely not alone. I've been guilty of procrastinating myself. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I do want to kind of like you said, you want to graduate in 4 years, correct? So you do know that if you put this class off and if you don't take it in like a spring or like a winter time, you would then have to pile on like a 6th class
Yeah.
during the semester. So that's not something that you're looking forward to doing. You'd rather have less classes to take them. So what options have you explored in keeping this class at midterm?
To be honest, just prioritizing it more than my other classes and probably not studying as much for my other classes. Because I feel like my other classes can take a hit. I could take a hit and I wouldn't be in danger of failing. So that was one thing I was thinking about doing, because that way I can actually pass my political science class. But then if I do that, I'll have like an average GPA, which is okay. But I wouldn't have like a strongest GPA that I wanted.
So what would you say would be more important between having a really strong GPA